And here is a matchup for the ages, you know, with Nick Bugatti as the champion. He has to look at guys like Sway Thompson. He's got to look at Thomas Day. He's got to look at Chris Bay and Damian Drake. He's got to look at Hyperstreak. He's got to look at Owen Travers. But the guy who wins this match tonight pretty much puts himself in line for that title shot, while Chris Bay is also advanced to the second round of the Nevada State title.
Yeah, Chris Bay has a lot going on right now.
Chris Bay showed his excellence appearing at the Mecca 2 in front of a sold-out crowd. And listen to the crowd. They are ecstatic about this one. Chris Bay was in the ring with Scorpio Sky, the six-man champion from Ring of Honor, Kenny King, the television champion, and he more than held his own in that matchup.
He absolutely did, and I don't think the crowd would be as hyped as they are right now if both these men didn't do what they did at No Escape, win a championship, end a career-defining feud. Both of these guys have a lot of momentum right now.
You know, over the last week on Twitter, we were talking about a matchup. It might have been a four-way, and we decided, you know what? Everybody seemed to be excited about, we want to see Chris Bay and Damian Drake, and I said, you know what? If it's got to happen, it better happen at first at FSW. And we made it happen, and these guys, they are promising to tear the roof off this place.
That's what I'm expecting too. Both men lightning quick, both men high impact offense, both men take to the sky like no other.
You know, Chris Bay has done more in 1 year than most men have done in 10.
For both these guys, oh, look at the agility of Damian Drake. Chris Bay, not to be outdone. Look at that right there. Huge Hurricane Rana out of Chris Bay, and Damian Drake takes to the sky. Tilt-a-whirl head scissors.
And this guy, and early on, they wanted to tell everybody that they are here to steal the show.
Stealing the show's great, but coming out victorious is what you should shoot for.
You know, and to be honest with you, Damian Drake with Spider Warrior, they've done some great things, but Chris Bay has escalated as a singles wrestler, and Damian Drake wants to prove that he's a guy that should not be overlooked, and he's a guy that may be better than Chris Bay.
He may be. We'll find out tonight who's the better man. I mean, if they wrestle 10 times, it could be 10 different results. Well, I guess, you know, in theory. Oh, look at that. Chris Bay. Damian Drake showed a little bit of an aggressive side against Chris Bay, and now going for that waist lock.
Oh, look at that. Back elbow. Slowing things up with the European uppercut.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Oh, my God. He leveled him with that kick. If the pace slows down, I really don't know who has the advantage.
You know, these guys want to go out there tonight and set the standard for the match of the year here in FSW in front of our great FSW arena show. Imagine bringing it to the big stage and bringing it to Sam's Town Live, maybe at the Mecca 3. You know, Damian Drake, maybe he felt overlooked that Chris Bay got the spot. And again, that's great, because you know what? It makes these guys work even harder.
Yeah, it's just going to drive him to try and advance in his career. Nice snapmare at Drake. Caught him right in the spine with the kick, too.
And only a 2 count, and I'm pretty sure Damian Drake had no thoughts of winning the match right there, but he just wanted to put Chris Bay on notice that this can happen.
Yeah, two-way street on that. He wanted to put him on notice, and on top of that, he wanted to see where Chris is at physically. How much muster was going to be behind that kick out. Oh, trying for that.
You know, these guys came out of House of Fire, but they kind of settled in.
Oh! You say that, and then Chris Bay explodes with a rolling enziguri.
2.
It was like a gunshot to the back of Damian Drake's head.
And as we said, there's no doubt about it. You know, many people feel that Nick Bugatti is kind of leasing the No Limits title.
Many feel he's undeserving.
We just saw that with Cody.
Yeah, some say Chris Bay should still be champion. The point is he's not, and he's got to work his ass off to get that title back someday. Whoa!
Right to the back of the neck, another cover. 1, 2. And as you know, as we heard these guys talking, they were cutting promos. And, they talk about having, the best match you're going to see here in FSW. But once the match is now started, Chris Bay is more interested in winning the match. He knows that's a big victory.
That's the mentality you need, and that was a deliberate backbreaker, but he only gets a 2.
And once again, a 2 count. Chris Bay, Damian Drake, 1-on-1. We felt so confident in this match. We had title matches that went on before this match because we felt that, these guys are going to go out there and they're going to put on what many people are going to call the match of the night, the match of the week, the match of the month. Look at that big knee right to the jaw of Chris Bay.
And look at the way Chris Bay has just gone limp, and Damian Drake's going to take advantage of that with the cover, but he only gets a 2. Damian Drake has got to stay on top of Chris Bay. Both of these men are well-conditioned. Like you said, they came into this match a house of fire. They're well-conditioned. They still have a lot left in the tank, and they can go. Look at this now. Damian Drake grabbing Chris Bay by the jaw, bringing him to his feet, and just connects hard with that forearm shot.
And very deliberate, Damian Drake. More deliberate than we've ever seen, driving the elbow into the back of the knee.
Well, in the case of Damian Drake, who knows what that cage match brought out of him? We might see a dark side of Damian Drake. We're definitely seeing a more confident Damian Drake. He's going for another cover here, and Chris Bay able to kick out.
And right now we got a 2 count.
And the crowd rallying behind Chris Bay.
Which may be fueling Damian Drake.
Exactly. Both of these men.
One of the most popular guys here in FSW. And Chris Bay has, possibly escalated the popularity.
Both men now just firing shots off on one another. Who's going to be able to make the other man crumble first? Oh, spinning back fist out of Bay. Damian Drake with a rolling soul butt. He hunches over Bay. Back handspring out of Drake. Oh, God, but Bay catches him with a super punch.
And this could be it. Chris Bay can have this match won because, it's going to take one big mistake in this match.
You're right. Both of these men have to be cautious, but they still have to bust out their heavy artillery, and both men's heavy artillery is their high-risk offense.
And listen to the crowd. They want to see this match go on and on and on. This is just the first time these guys have been in the ring against each other.
Like you said, these men are the future of FSW.
Oh, and look at that.
But it sounds like from the fans, these men are the present-day stars of FSW. Chris Bay now getting out of steam. Rolls in with that European uppercut. There's the agility of Chris Bay on display, flipping out. Whoa, Damian Drake got him. Almost caught him by surprise. Like you said, both men need to be cautious, not be the one to make the first mistake.
And right now, Damian Drake back in control, using those quick fists as well as the quick feet.
Damian Drake is a great striker. We talk about how he takes this guy, but Damian Drake has developed an offensive skill set where he can do anything. Leaping in with that lariat. Catching Bay's foot now. Drake one step ahead, but now Bay going for it again. Oh, this time he gets caught. And that time, Damian Drake.
1, 2, no.
That time Damian Drake was able to connect with the fireman's carry neck breaker, but still not enough to put away Chris Bay.
And this is what it's all about, FSW. We normally go by that, but it is the future stars of wrestling, and Chris Bay and Damian Drake may have already eclipsed it. They may actually be stars of wrestling, these guys. They have just not been seen out in the rest of the world. They are precious gems here in Las Vegas, and the crowd is digging what they're seeing here tonight.
These two promised a classic right now. and now they're delivering. Chris Bay begging for shots. He wants Damian Drake's best.
You know, Chris Bay's really hungry.
Two men promised to bring the best out of each other, and so far they have. But now, Chris Bay wants the best that Damian Drake has to offer. And how far will Damian Drake go?
The third time is not a charm. Bay catches the leg of Damian Drake.
Both men are so, oh, what is this? Double underhook. Sit out powerbomb.
1, 2.
2 count only.
And to think, these are just the contenders in the No Limits division.
That double underhook powerbomb, I thought he might have had him, but Damian Drake not going to go down like that. And Chris Bay might have expended his last ounce of energy delivering it.
And Chris Bay back to his feet, Damian Drake.
Oh, Damian Drake doesn't have it in him. That took a ton out of him.
And maybe this is the beginning of the end, Chris Bay.
Or not, Damian Drake begging for it. Bay's hooking him tight.
And Bay has got him up.
Looks like he was going to deliver a brain buster. Drake not allowing it. Drake might have lured him in. Oh, God! Devastating Canadian destroyer.
1, 2, 3, no!
Oh! Not enough energy to kick out, but Chris Bay able to get the shoulder up.
If I was just looking at the crowd, they thought the match was over. They were just like stunned that the match was over, and then they realized it wasn't. And all of a sudden there was like this delayed roar from the crowd that they're going to get to see these guys wrestle a little bit more.
An absolutely hellacious contest. Both men are bringing their A game, and Damian Drake's looking to go up top and try and put away Chris Bay. The 2017 Rookie of the Year might fall to the 2016 Rookie of the Year.
And Damian Drake, he is looking to go up top. We've seen him do some amazing things.
Oh no! That Senton Atomico gets thwarted.
As Chris Bay gets the knees up.
And gets ravaged with a spinning kick out of Chris Bay. Oh, package
1,
fisherman.
2, 3, and there you have it. What a matchup between these two, Chris Bay and Damian Drake. This is round 1 of, I predict, very many.